Buenos días, mi gente. Buenas tardes. I'm not trying to be loud because I'm in my kitchen. And my toddler is trying to sleep. And I just finished cooking. Actually just made some holiday food for me. I'm just trying to meal prep. And then nice little, I don't know if you can see that, but turkey casserole for the rest of the fam. I was thinking about I was listening to a podcast yesterday by Adalis Shuttlesworth. If you don't know who that is, you're really missing out. Adalis Shuttlesworth is a Puerto Rican from Framingham, Massachusetts, but now lives in Pennsylvania and is married to, excuse me, I just burped. She's married to an evangelist, and these people are no joke. They were actually doing a podcast she was doing a podcast on finances, and there's something in there that she had said, I believe it was in Ezekiel, where she talked about how one of the, what a lot of people miss about the story of Sodom and Gomorrah is that God explains the gluttony that was happening there. And I'm talking about like food. Like these people were eating anything and everything, even when they weren't hungry. And I remember I just came off of a fast during this year, and it was really long. It was a really long fast. And usually if you've never done a fast before, it is one of the things that you do when you become a Christian. And there's multiple benefits to it, but really it accelerates your prayers, brings you closer to God, kind of opens up the airways of communication between you and God, and brings you closer. And really there's a lot of supernatural things that go along with that. You're really denying, it's kind of like what it's called is dying to Christ. You're using your body as a sacrifice, a living sacrifice. And so Jesus even fasted 40 days, just water. And so there are multiple different types of fasts. There is one that's just water. There's another that is just liquids, like clear liquids. And then there's another one that is a Daniel fast, if you read the book of Daniel, where he just ate fruits and vegetables and water. And so typically some people that are new to fasting, they'll fast for a day or half a day, or 3 days, just to start. And then maybe they'll extend to a week, 21 days, and then 40 days. And it really is a discipline that not only helps you spiritually and helps you grow your spiritual muscle, because you're three beings. You are body, spirit, and soul, which is your mind, your will, and emotions. But you also are, as we're building our bodies, which is like going to the gym, building that muscle, and then also building your soul, which is reading and associating and listening to audios and just growing and educating yourself. A lot of people miss that spirit part, and fasting is a big, look at my hair, is a big missing piece of that puzzle that a lot of people miss. And so it not only helps you build yourself spiritually, but it helps you also discipline, recreate that discipline back into your lives. Because when you're denying yourself food and treats and different kinds of coffees and stuff like that, you're really kind of giving up something so that you can be closer to God and expect supernatural increase in your life. And so a lot of people have this thing where they fast like Facebook or they're fasting candy. It's not biblical. If you need to get rid of your stuff and do like a digital detox every now and then, that's fine, but that's not biblical. Sorry. Hate to break it to you. But I got off of this fast. I say all of that to say that I had gotten off of the fast, and I just went into gluttony mode. I ate any and everything that I could see. I gained, not that I do it to lose weight, which is beneficial, but like I gained weight back. And typically when you do a fast, you're really detoxing a lot of the chemicals that are in the food, your chemicals that are in your body and in your brain, which is why you get headaches. It's not necessarily because you're missing sugar or missing any of that stuff. It's because there's a detox going on in your body when you're fasting. So I literally just for like 2 weeks just ate whatever I wanted. And I remember telling my husband, he's like, you need to slow down because you're gonna destroy your body. Like your body's not gonna take it well. And he was right. And I didn't care. And so I got back into the mode of eating healthy and just kind of eating to live, like eating to sustain my life as opposed to living to eat, if that makes sense. But I've been hearing that message a lot recently about, having a healthy relationship with food and not eating because you feel like, and I actually read this in a book, How to Empower Your Kids recently, where it talked about, with your children, you have to teach them how to have a healthy relationship with food. Hi, Pauline. I haven't seen you. Oh my gosh, I got hummus on my chin. I haven't seen you in forever, since I was a kid. But it's important for you to understand that, the book was saying that when you're raising your kids, not to reward them with food or candy, like to say, hey, pick up your toys and I'll give you a lollipop, because they will attach that thought process to their emotions. And that's how they will think. They're growing up and they say, oh, I lost 10 pounds this week. Oh, I deserve to have some cake. And where I was really good disciplined in my professional life, I deserve to go out and eat a whole tub of popcorn. Like that's a very unhealthy way to look at food. And so as people are coming off their fasts or, they're trying to figure out a way to kind of get back into the rhythm of things. For me personally, I really had to just sit back and be like, you know what, I got to get back into the rhythm. And I usually eat pretty healthy anyway. I've learned to do so in the past 2 years by educating myself. But throughout the periods of the year where I am fasting, it is important to learn that in the Bible, God is not a fan of gluttony. He actually considers it a sin. And you can even Google gluttony in the Bible and on Google, and you can see all of the examples of God considering that like not okay. So I just wanted to do a live because I'm overdue for a live today. This is the 5th live of this month, which I'm doing one every single day for the rest of the month. But when I got into the gluttony, or when I ate like crazy after my fast, I felt so far away from God. Like, no joke, my spirit was just like, I felt like I was completely disconnected. And on top of that, health-wise, like I was just slower. I wasn't as quick. I didn't want to do anything. I was tired. And so there are spiritual benefits to making sure that you're eating right and not being a fatty. I mean, that's just, that's just real. God doesn't want you to just, he wants people to have discipline, especially over themselves. And so I just wanted to share that. If you're struggling with eating, or maybe you're struggling building your spiritual life, go learn on how to get on a fast. Go on, Franklin Jensen has a great book, or is it Jensen Franklin? Has a great book on fasting that shows all of the basics, like scientifically, how it benefits the body and what it does for the spirit. When it comes to what it does for you spiritually as you're building your spiritual muscle. But God doesn't like it. I'm starting to learn that. And I really didn't think that was a sin. I'm like, oh, YOLO, I get to eat whatever I want. And I can. Hey, D. But, whatever, I'm going to butcher this scripture, but everything is permissible, but not everything is beneficial. I definitely butchered that scripture, but you know what I'm saying. So be encouraged that there are ways to build your spiritual muscle, and one of them is fasting, is food. And that's one way that you can develop a stronger discipline in your life and a stronger relationship with God. So just wanted to say that. Hope you guys are having a good day. I've been cooking all day, and I actually went Christmas shopping today, and I have a million other things to do, so I just wanted to keep it nice and short and sweet, but hope you guys have a good rest of the day. Bye.